This is the eastern end of the Bedale bypass. Oh, it's actually Bedale, Leeming and Ayskew bypass, and just clearing the trees away. This is looking east towards Northallerton. Make a big change for the chap who was living in this bungalow here. So there's the little bungalow, and that's the road looking east towards Northallerton. And this is where the roundabout will be, where Bedale bypass joins the main Northallerton road. And that's the road from the end of the bypass looking west towards Leeming Bar, and the farm on the right hand side there. The bypass goes along behind the farm. This is the 14th of January 2015. It's actually quite a nice view from up here. So the bypass comes across those fields there. You can see the fence there. It comes to the left of this little house in front, and then crosses there, up to this roundabout here, which goes along there to the A1M. You see the new A1M across there. Well, it's Easter Sunday, April the 5th, 2015, and this is the Northallerton end of the Bedale bypass. And you can see there Homefield Farm, which is now empty, which is on the main road between Northallerton and Leeming Bar. And that's the line of the road looking down to the main Northallerton road, where there will be a big roundabout. I just turn round at this point, and there will be a bridge over this little railway which runs between Leeming Bar and Northallerton. Although it's very rarely used, but it did play a part in the lives of Charles Windsor and one Mrs. Camilla Parker Bowles, but that's another story altogether. So here they will have to build a sort of big embankment leading up to this bridge. And this will be the site of the big roundabout at the Northallerton end of Bedale bypass. So there you can see the sign erected. You can see the line of the Bedale bypass as it makes its way across the fields towards Leeming Bar, or north of Leeming Bar, where it goes over the railway. And traffic on the Leeming Bar Northallerton road behind me. This is Homefield Farm, which is now empty, its land having been taken for the Bedale bypass, which you can see there. This being the main Leeming Bar Northallerton road, and it's Easter Sunday, the 5th of April 2015. So looking back from the Leeming Bar to Scorton Road, you can see here the Bedale bypass looking east. And on the other side of this Leeming Lane, You can see how it rises up to what is now a new Shell garage and joins a big roundabout, which we'll go and have a look at now. So we can see it in the opposite direction. So this is looking at the Bedale bypass from Leaming Bar, and it rises up here to meet a large roundabout which is behind me. There. And the continues under the A1M and joins the western end of the bypass, leading to the main road from Bedale up to Leyburn, which we can go and have a look at. Well, it's July the 10th, and just come back to have a look at the progress of Bedale bypass. You can see that the embankment for the road is substantially larger than last time I was here, and the foundations for the bridge over the railway are being put in place. So when this is finished, the bypass will be right up there on top of that bridge. So another year and a couple of months to go before it's opened. Well, it's now September 2015. I've come back to have a look down at the Bedale bypass, and this is at the eastern end, and you can see the embankment there gradually being built up, and eventually it will go over this bridge over the Wensleydale Railway and the Fallerton to Redmire Railway line. In many ways it's a good thing, because it indicates that the railway, which for many years was under threat, has a future. They're not going to invest all this money here building this embankment and bridge over this railway if there was no future for the railway. So this is the main road between Leaming Bar and the Fallerton, and you can see the new roundabout which is going in here, which is the eastern entrance to the Bedale bypass. See that big sign in the middle there? If I just turn round, you can see there the embankment and the foundations, the pillars for the bridge. So there you can see the map, and I've just come up from Leaming Bar up Low Street to this point here. And this is on the back road from Leaming up to Scorton, and you can see there the embankment on the eastern end. And on the other side of the lane, this is the way up to the Leaming Bar services, which you can see that Shell garage on the top there, which will be recognisable. In fact, it's been put there obviously for the very reason of traffic coming along here. We'll wander around to the Shell garage there and have a look at it from the other side. So this is looking east. I'm standing up at the Shell garage now, and the road leading down to Leaming Bar has been ripped up, so the road is closed. We can't go down there. So it comes across Long Street there and up to a roundabout down there. You can see the Shell garage sign, so the bypass will come across here, and under that bridge there, which is the bridge over the A1M. So here you can see the big shell garage side. They're well prepared a year in advance. So this is looking east, so this is a bypass coming from the Northallerton end, and it obviously comes up to this, what is going to be a roundabout. And the road there leads down to Leeming Bar, which of course is closed at the moment. And these massive earthworks here, this huge cutting. See Leeming Bar Trading Estate there, leading across to the A1, which you can see there in the background, where that big wagon is just making its way up onto the A1 there now. So this has obviously been a major part of the building, this and the two bridges. The roads linking these bits seem quite insignificant. It's a very overcast with thick fog last night, and I thought it was going to be sunny today, but it obviously isn't. So there we are, back round at the Shell garage site. I'm standing at the Shell garage, and this is looking north. I think that's called Fairfield House, that farm there, which is now empty. And the road down from here to Leeming Bar has been completely obliterated. So here we are looking down at the road coming from the east, and you can see there's tremendous development going on here. Obviously going to be some sort of huge junction. So this is Low Street, I think this lane is called, leads up from Leeming Bar towards Scorton, and this is where the bypass will cross this. So this is looking east towards Northallerton. And if I just swing around this way, this is looking west up towards the Shell garage. So a bit more progress seen here. This is obviously a complicated bit, this rising up this bank to join that roundabout at the top. So we'll have a tunnel round and have a look at that from the Shell garage end. And this is the 4th of October 2015. So there you can see the main Northallerton Leeming Bar Road. We're looking at east here. This is a roundabout at the east end of the Bedale bypass, and they're just beginning to put the tarmac down a year before it's due to open. So traffic will come along here, swing round this roundabout, and away tarmac ends there. here and over that big embankment there. To the bridge at the far end, taking it over the railway. You can just see the bridge there. So that little bit of road there with all this traffic going along will be traffic simply to Leaming Bar and beyond. Bedale. There's that little bungalow. It'll look quieter once that once the bypass is open. So it's coming along nicely. Tarmac down. Roundabout finished. Top on the bridge. It just needs all linking up now. We'll have a look at the go and have a look at the western end of the bypass and see how the bridge is coming on there over, because it has to go over the railway and Bedale back. Well, it's the 4th of October 2015, and there you can see the embankment on the north side of the Leaming Bar to Northallerton Railway. If I just swing round, this is the new bridge which will carry the Bedale bypass over the top of the railway. It's a substantial lump. It's that. Leading down to the Northallerton to Leaming Bar Road. So eventually the road will come up that embankment, sweep over the top of this bridge, down the embankment on the other side, and away across the fields to the Leaming Bar services in less than a year's time. This is the Leases Lane Bedale bypass roundabout. This is looking east on the bypass. You can see where it crosses Law Street there, and there you can see the big embankment taking the road over the railway at the eastern end of the bypass. There is in fact a sprinkling of snow on the hills in the distance. The first of the winter 2015. The bypass will come down here from the A1M, goes under the A1M. This is the roundabout between Leases Lane and the bypass. Leases Lane, of course, used to be the Great North Road at one time. So amazing when it's finished. This is November 2015, the end of November. It's New Year's Day 2016, and this is the Bedale bypass bridge over the railway at the eastern end of the bypass. You can See, they're just beginning to complete the embankment. They've got all this piled up behind these walls here which they're building. They're very thin, these walls. That's looking southeast. So that's the railway looking towards Leeming Bar. And that's the railway looking towards Northallerton. And that's the new Bedale bypass bridge. This is the Leesy's Lane Bedale bypass junction, a big roundabout here. And it's looking east. You see right over there, just in between the gap in those pine trees there. You see the big embankment where the bypass goes over the railway. Well, there's that big new bridge over the railway. You just see the end of it, there. If I just turn up to look west, there you see Leeming Bar Industrial Estate. They haven't made the connection at the top end of here yet.